What's good, beautiful people? My name is Bryan K, and you're watching The Grill with Denzel and Kwanele.
Yes, sir. Mutase mdala.
Boom, that. Safe.
Word mdala. So, we are here to have a conversation with you about you, Bryan K, as an artist.
Yeah.
And your journey. When did this all start?
So it was a quiet Sunday morning in 1990. Wakanzomchema kwamwana vobuda mukadzi achimhanya kuti it's a boy.
Bro, you're sounding like one of those shonen novels. You know, one of those Takashingas.
No, bakatangira story ya Bryan K. But I started doing music when I was very, very young. I started singing. My aunt, Vayenda kum 7th day. So we would sing my song Ego, and I grew up loving the Jackson 5. So from a very young age, I loved music and I wanted to sing. So ndo bakatangira my guitar. So I would say primary school. At some point we actually did a song yaka to paint is school chasing. Name a company so need to paint.
Wow.
Yeah.
It came from really far.
Yep.
So for you, I understand that from a young age, you had two passions.
Yeah.
And that is basketball and music.
Yes.
And you are really good at basketball, like really good.
Yeah.
And you're also really good at music.
Yeah.
And in Zimbabwe, the dilemma was picking one over the other. What made you like, okay, I'm going to do music now, and then the sport might just come after? What inspired that decision of choosing music over basketball?
Music has always been a huge part of my life. But during Fana, people would say my statement, my guitar is chirombe, my guitar badare, my guitar kadai. And with the way I love music and impact in my guitar on life where if I'm sad, I'm listening to music. If I'm happy, I'm turning on my guitar through Jinjakawanda music. I made it a point to okay, I want to make a difference and prove that okay, you can do my guitar and actually make a difference in the world. Basketball, so music was my first love, right? Music was there, actually. At that point, and sometimes I was okay, this is what I enjoyed doing it, but not really because we should not go around. We can change it. We can write a change, write a doctor. My teacher might have changes and I can write a music. Go down there, right? So, and then basketball. I love basketball so much. I'll get the same fulfillment that I'll find any other one of music. So now I have a point in life that I find out okay, so Tony, but not only what is it that I can teach no one to need more impact, more bring on music. Do better pick music. But I don't affect our basketball again high changu. Enough if I wanted to really go anywhere with it, I'll be, successful enough to earn a living now. So I get to do really.
Yeah, you still got to keep your name. Denzel just told me Bibo comes from basketball.
Yeah.
And you still call yourself Bibo, huh?
Yeah.
So yeah, Bibo.
It's still a huge part of me. I mean, roll out my shirts every now and then.
My language as a CP3 come there.
CP3.
He's not that tall, but he still plays. Okay, so now we were having a conversation with Kwanele about, talent shows.
Yeah.
And them giving artists breakthrough. We feel like the era of talent shows and giving artists breakthrough is over. Not a lot of people are coming from American Idol, America's Got Talent. Even locally, most shows are not longer getting that much of viewership. But you came through and Starbright was the thing. You dig? You came through that era. Do you feel like your discovery in the scene came from that show, and how did it change your trajectory as an artist?
My discovery as an artist did come from that show, right? It wasn't the biggest thing in Zimbabwean entertainment. It was a talent show. Right? After I did Starbright, it's been running every single year after Ipago. And they've had people who won, who, worldwide, competitions you get that opportunity, right? For me, I learned a lot of things from being around people who were in the industry, and I'm the who runs Starbright. But that pays out that I had to also say, okay, so that I also push myself in there, since this is something I want to do. So I say, okay, industry, no make sense. There are people to detail my collaboration now. Who can I work with? Kuti kwanza kuita further career yangu. Mwaro akasangana nawo, which helped, push my guitar forward. So kakawanda kacho when we try to explain things, right? Like now, I'm sitting here. Story ningeripo. Pakade. But pachowa adishe at the time, daito jinja. And I really believe with Mwari. Wangwane plan nayo for life yangushika nas, which led to me doing the things janagaita. From time I get to show you to recording my first album, I did Name Tone Deaf. I did Head Machine. That time I was working with Ngomane on show, Walter and them. And je sais Jojo, don't know that would explain not so. But I guess Jojo would and even till this day, I still believe in Wese. Talent show, whatever platform you get, right? It's up to you to make sure you maximize the opportunity and you keep putting in the work, because no one owes you anything. And that's what happens with most people who win talent shows. When you win, so ajaira pakamuri pakombetition bye. Murugu rongerwa stage yekuimba chako mungu practice but then once ngawemba dzakati yoda so kana apane chikapu chiripo murugu, everything is being provided for you kuti iwo uzoita zvaunokwanisa kuita. So ukasasvika peucho unotoziva kuti okay, I need to put in the work kuti ndishitse zvinhu zvazofanira kusvika. Zvinobva zvaita kunge talent show haana zvaanenge achiita, but they're still doing a lot to discover and uplift artists.
Word. So the thing is, you mentioned working with a lot of people. You mentioned Ngomane Osho, Walter Wanyanya, but there is a very iconic person you've worked with, and it seems like you guys had a very dope relationship. And this guy is an African legend. When I saw you and his portrait, when I saw your portrait together, I was like, wait a minute, Bryan, let's talk about that. What was the relationship between you guys? How you worked together, and are they songs in the vault?
No, they aren't. Hapana marecords aripo. And that's unfortunately because when we meet people again, it was through Gomaneno, through Walter. So Dr. Oliver Mtukudzi, Bryan, Hugh Masekela, meeting those people, getting to be in spaces where it's intimate, where you get to at some point I would even drive him around when he came to Kwanele in Zimbabwe, And Kakawanda, when we meet people like that, the question is always, how's might say. And a lot of times in chasing that, miss an opportunity that we can learn. I've had people come to me and say, what types of opportunity? I'm like, you guys have no idea how much I learned from those guys. Just being around them, having conversations with them, what they would say, chururuka wisdom. Because they've been in the game for years, they've been doing music, so inini basa langu ranga observe leso tarisa ndo make sure ukuthi pani pese pane chekudzidza ndimise lesson andofana kudzidza. So it was really great. One of the most important things chandaiona from both of them is how proud they were of being who they were, of being African. They embraced it so much. Hey, saka ndijo and this was takatopenga. And Bryan signed a CD for me once. Bryan, my brother, let's take it back to the basics. And that was in disease, kind of actually. But more and more, but nigga chikura ntanga not. Oh, okay. So sure never true go in that. We need that reset as a people. We still want to care about who we are. Because now tashika bantu ukuthi kana nishida udopisa mfana to like it's just getting more and more crazier. And so it was a great experience, man. It's something that I'm so grateful for.
Speaking of catalogs and music, your catalog has evolved literally.
Yeah.
From Nyazerudo, Evolution K, Bebo Worldwide, Halftime,
yeah,
Honey on Ice, the Young DLC project.
Yeah.
What inspires that transition within the music?
So, with music, it's not. I believe that everything that comes out of me, I get from somewhere. To a point where I don't know how to say compliments. When someone comes to me and says, I'm done, but sorry, it's at least you to know this one I say to that. Because Nage is out, okay, this my records are. So I express myself as it comes. That's why it's difficult to. I've never been an artist you can put in a box to say, okay, Bryan is an R&B artist. Bryan is an Afro soul artist. Bryan is a hip hop artist, or Bryan is a gospel artist, right? I'm an artist. My job is to make music and put it out as it comes. So I've always done that. I've always tried to stay true to that, because that's what makes me me. So yeah, I guess evolution actually is director on a higher power.
Word. So I feel like you have struck different personas within your career.
Yeah.
Bryan K, and then there was Bebo on Bebo Worldwide, which I feel like was in a different space, and that space was hella dope.
Yeah.
You have this style of dropping music in your own way. On Billboard, where you drop side A and side B.
Yeah.
And then on Honey on Ice, you drop them one, two, got to the last one. What inspires that way of dropping music and coming up with personas every time you do a set of music?
Again, this for some people it will be a very boring interview, right? But again, I believe God guides my steps. Everything I do, and more, especially last year, I took some time away, some time out, just to realign, right? Sometimes noise you cloud maonero wako ni manziro wako ngochita zvinhu. So if you don't take time with that, it's difficult. So I did that, and you get zvandinenge nanzwa or zvandinge ndafila zvinenge zvangouya ndikazvitarisa unoona okay, but this makes sense, I do it. Kudara, when I release music projects, an album or an EP, right, I would have been working on that for nguva yakareba. I would say about that already brains onto the next thing. Because the song need 20,000. Like working on production stage, she got mixing, mastering stage, I'm listening to the same song, the Rimo. But no sugar about that I release, I'll notice that okay, attention spanning we have to move to something else. Otherwise later depressed. The time I would do feel like I'm not being productive because I'm not making music. So with Honey on Ice, besides Terira, decisions that okay, with this, couldn't decide lose the interest in the project? What do I need to do? Let me release them as singles, right? Bi-weekly, weekly. That way, and I didn't finish working on my songs until so that I still have energy. Okay, I'm getting in the studio and I'm sitting down to arrange, to get it mixed. So, and it helped. Because right up to the last song, then I'm actually okay, but it's mostly just
God.
Jaja. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Kwanele's favorite song on your catalog is Heavy Machine. Every time I mention Bryan to him as Heavy Machine, I'm like, bro,
yeah,
Heavy Machine, it's a dope song. But
it's really cool. No one cares.
Yeah.
Heavy Machine is a dope song, and it's the song everybody comes up with when they talk about you.
Yeah.
Does that affect you in any way as an artist? Like everyone is just saying, Bryan Heavy Machine. Even though you've done Energy, you've done Tonga, you've done Dashika, you've done way doper songs than that for me personally.
Yeah.
I think after Heavy Machine, there is Dashika as well.
No, there are a lot of songs. You've not heard Evolution K.
But it was any like we were talking about Tando, Kutoji, those features and Panekaunka. I want to know how you managed to get Tando on the record.
Yeah. Okay. So, my question.
2 questions. The first one, Heavy Machine. Everybody mentions it. Does that affect you as an artist? And this nigga wants to know how you got Tando to record.
It's my baby. I love all my babies. So if I'm baby, I'm 20. Obviously, you'll take care of them more, you'll spend more time with them, you will love them more, but so Heavy Machine it's a great song.
But do you ever feel like it kind of like boxes you as in that heavy machine guy box.
No one can box me. You can have an opinion, right? For example, you're saying for you, Heavy Machine, then Sonia Tantra and Lega feature, that she got those are the songs for you. But you're not a Bryan K fan. Right? If you were a Bryan K fan, you would know, okay, Bryan, I get a so. So if I come across anyone who says, okay, cool, but you're not a Bryan K fan. Because people who are my fans know my catalog. They know how much dope music I've put out after Heavy Machine. So for me, it's not even it's not a thing. It doesn't affect me in any way.
Tonto Wave.
What's the question again?
How do you get him to jump on your record? Because he barely features a lot of artists. Fair. Because since that the Takura Somebody Had to Smoke It era, he's only featured like Mugaratia, Stacy, his wife, you, and Denim Hoods. 4 artists. And he's been doing it for like 5-6 years.
Yeah.
4 artists.
I mean, Mondoro is not good at Mondoro. I don't think, because you could ask the same question, why did you pick Tonto Wave? Because I haven't done lots of collaborations. I don't do collaborations with just anyone. It has to be an artist whose work I respect. It has to be an artist who I don't know, okay, if ndikatora uyu my strengths akanawo anokwanisa kuita neizvi tikazidai so zvinobuda sei zvinobuda zvineka sense zvikatanga zvamuneka sense musoro mangu then ndobata munhu iyeye. So far I haven't hapana pekuti ndatadza kuwana collaboration yanenge ndichida kana macollaboration andisina kutowana later ndozozona kuti okay, this wasn't, I see we have panongeri panapa. So far every collaboration andada she's like, okay, this is supposed to be a record, I've managed to get all those people. So with Tonto, I mean, there's mutual respect, right? He knows I'm a Don, I know he's a Don. We get in the studio, we killed standard.
Standard procedure.
Yeah.
Yes,
Easy money.
Quotable. Okay. Your position in the industry, because I feel like you are one of those few artists who people say, oh, what's up with Bryan K? People look at your numbers, people look at your space in conversations. And I'm like, no, guys, this guy is probably the most functional Zimbabwean artist right now, up there with the highest earning artist right now through music, and you just don't know it. Despite you thinking that numbers are everything, he actually has a very respectable position in the industry. What do you view like your position in the industry is?
Bro, these positions, do they come with monthly salaries or weekly salaries?
They don't, but
to me, it's not something that I've thought about and been like, okay, I need to, especially when value yemunhu is measured by the numbers they have, right? Bro, I'm not going to base my value on something that can be manipulated, right? I respect music so much, right? And I believe whenever I get a song, whenever I make music and I put it out, whoever is supposed to hear it, hears it. I feel like it's something chirikuto kripla industry. But the thing I want to know, kuna tamba in the beginning, ne shima computer, ne chi. Tunogona who manipulate Madino. And this is not even just a Zimbabwean thing, right? Worldwide, we've heard huge artists. I saw one interview, T-Pain, saying the same thing. My daughter my Grammy, so as an artist, right? What I know is I'm one of the greatest artists. Wabuda
No cap.
Wabuda mu continent in Africa.
No kizzy.
So what's my job? My job is to show up, do the work, and do it well. Have I been doing my job? Yes. To me, that's what's important. Because to me, that's I was running for the problem in my position, right? Ukajipa position, kakawanda kacha wabuda. This is kwese mukampani chemo. Apana bono mbonzo, okay, ndini head uchakati. Muni achida kuzobiswa pa position hiyo. So even in this industry, it's so small. Okay, how I see things. As an artist who performs, right? I perform live, I sing in venues, I do gigs. I've never wanted to stay in one venue for too long. There's another artist who's coming up there, who wants to play guitar, who wants to sing like Bryan K, who wants to be able to perform in those venues. In India, venue, okay, panabane pangu, sakandudabu, tweet mu industry tufana ngechiti okay ndikadai so ndosi actually jojo on to the next thing. What that has done for me over the years is jandi ndine interest in my guitar because at every stage I'm looking for new challenges for myself. Now I've started doing production. I've started working with artists, right? So I'm identifying artists that I would want to work with, right? That have talent and do not believe in. I okay, this is a dope artist. This is a dope vocalist, right? R&B singers, dope artists, and I'm at a stage where I'm yes, I'm making my own music, but now I'm focusing on also developing these artists, also sharing the information and the knowledge that I've managed to get from Akoreza, which is something I never really got from, I mean, Anabra, you, Nanam Daratu, my exception, right? These are my dad. But from someone who is closer to age young, oh, you're only okay. Possibly, to computer. I don't believe in that. I believe in complementing each other as artists because everyone and their unique DNA. You know, I didn't manage to get that. So for my artists, the people that I'm working with, I'm looking and saying, okay, there are no mistakes and there are someone who had a bit of time in the industry. That's what I'm doing. Not because she got millions, alright. That once up there, so what do I have? I have a studio, I have a. So at every point, I'm giving myself new challenges. I end up on number one radio. I don't want to keep getting a number one record on radio. I've done that. I don't need to prove myself to anyone. I've proven myself to myself, and that's what's important. So I don't know if I answered the question.
Yeah, you've gone pretty deep. You've talked about new challenges.
Yeah.
What's next?
So I've been working on a gospel album. It's called As I Am. I'm going to mention about open body.
Yeah.
As I Am. We're working on it right now, doing the final stages in mixing, mastering. It's supposed to come out next month. So it's going to be great. You know, I've come across people who said, when I told them that I'm doing a gospel album, what that song, that's one of the songs that I grew up singing. So when I was doing this album, Yagato Wearhood, I remember my aunt came when I was still at the other space. She came and she was in the studio, I was playing at the album, and we started singing that song. I would say, I need to put this on the album.
It's DNA.
You know how it is, bro.
It's a great record. So yeah, man, I'm excited about that. It's gonna be great.
Any features on the upcoming album?
Yeah. yeah, I've got a featured poets. It's very different. It's a very different
Vibe.
body of work. It's a very different work of art.
It's not a vibe, it's a work of art.
Yeah,
I'm sold. Number 4 sold me already. I'm sold.
Even I've heard number 7 and I think it's a hit.
yeah, but you're obsessed with hits.
No,
You see, he's
All
very
these songs are great
obsessed.
songs.
I'm a marketer. That's the problem. I'm a marketer. I'm supposed to market things. Things are supposed to be sold. Things are supposed to be sellable. That's my gist. I'm a marketer. I'm a trained marketer. I'm sorry, guys.
It's fine. It's fine. So I featured poets. I have Kuda Rice on there. I have Yanta Lame on there. I have Tantaway again, gospel record. I have Danny Woods on there as well. And yeah, that's those are the features that are there. So it's gonna be great. It's very, very different.
Yo, solid. Yo, Bryan, thank you so much for having a conversation with us.
Thank you.
This was a great experience. See you guys when it drops.
Bless. Thank you.
Solid.